Well, good morning, friends. Sorry, there we go. I am here this morning and I have just been so blessed. I hope that you have too. If you've been watching creation, it's been speaking. So, the last 2 nights we've had lights in the skies for you in the Bay Area. Northern lights, the aurora. What? One of my friends sent me a video, and like I can see all the colors changing and in the clouds. It was just amazing. And I'm sure for some of you that are up higher on the mountains, like you know who I'm talking about, you probably had an amazing light show and you didn't even have to leave the Bay Area. So that is amazing. I hope that you're thanking God for that and remembering where those beautiful lights come from and that He sent them your way. And then this morning we got our first real rain last night. Our first what I consider like downpour. And even when I was coming in this morning, like I got to work and I had to wait for a little while to even come in because it was coming down so heavy. I was like, I'm going to get sopping wet because I have not unpacked my umbrella yet out of the trunk. Um, so anyway, and then of course I'm coming in and then like on the tiles, there's worms. Like I haven't seen worms on the street and I don't know how long. So it was just, they were all out and the birds were going at it. They were having a good time. And then I can hear, because we have a creek that runs along the side of my building over here, and I can hear the frogs, like they were all having their good time. And then it just reminded me how the land just, it thirsts. It says we're in a dry and a thirsty land where there's no water. That's one of the things David was saying. And I know I've cried out that I've cried that out in the spirit. Like, Lord, there's no water. Like people are parched and no one's going to the well and the fountain. Your fountain never runs dry. And your people should be as the fountain because we're tapped into the source where those, you said that the fountain should not fail. So it was just, again, just a great reminder, a great visual. And I'm here to encourage you. Um, we have a source where the waters never fail. And so there's no reason to be dry or thirsty. And he says, if you're thirsty, come drink. Come drink, my friends. He is pouring out. He is always ready with blessing. And you know, these moments, even upon our land, are grace moments, mercy moments from heaven. It says he pours the water out on the just and the unjust. And as in the story, throughout his story, we the waters and the rains were a source and a reminder and very recognized as the blessing of God. People saw it and they knew because with the rains came the nurturing of the soil. With the rains came the harvest that would feed them and the provision. They saw it as the provision they couldn't create for themselves that came out of heaven, literally in the earth realm. Even in the natural realm, people understood the importance of water as the source. And then to go even a step further, what about the source of the water? Remember your creator. It says in the days of your youth, right? So we were being reminded. And so I came in and I was like, ooh, I just want to go through some of the scriptures that remind us of God's mercies in the rain and what he said about it. And so in Job 2:23, it says, be glad, O children of Zion, rejoice in the Lord your God, for he has given you the autumn rains for your vindication, and he sends you showers, both autumn and spring rains, as before. So this was a time during a time with his people where they had the rain shut off. And then God opened the heavens again. And so he was saying, rejoice and be glad in your creator and realize that he's doing a new thing and he's restored you as before. Psalm 65, 9 through 10. You visit the earth and you cause it to overflow. You greatly enrich it. The stream of God is full of water and you provide grain for you have so desired it. Zechariah 10:1. The Lord makes the storm clouds and he will give everyone showers of rain and crops in the field. That's a grace moment, friends. It falls on the just and the unjust. Everyone is blessed by showers coming down upon the fields. Isaiah 55:10. For just as the rain and the snow falls from heaven, and it does not return without watering the earth, making it to bud and sprout, and providing seed to sow, and food to eat. And then he goes on and he says, even so. Yeah, so he's saying, even so, the word of God, it is the water, it is the seed, and when planted, it will bring forth the fruit that God intended. So that's a great link there. That's Isaiah 55. You can go read that in the Amplified and be blessed. Psalms 104:13. He waters the mountains from his upper chambers. The land is satisfied by the fruit of his work. A soul satisfied, satiated by the waters. Our earth saturated with the blessing of God upon it, going to the hard places and perpetuating growth to spring up again for this new time. In this new season. Isaiah 44:3. For I will pour water on the thirsty land and streams on the dry ground. So that's what he was talking about for the land. He says, water on the thirsty land. Listen what he says he's going to do upon our children. I will pour out my spirit on your offspring, my blessing on your descendants. So there's two kind of outpourings, my friend. There's one upon the land and one upon us. So I hope that you receive a double blessing today, and that the one would lead to the other, a fresh pouring out, a fresh filling up of your cup, and that you would be blessed and your cup would run over, my friends. Have a great and glorious, love-filled and victorious day. Bye for now.